Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm the Drybox Gamer, and welcome back to Vampyr. And I feel like we've been going around in circles. I mean, I really haven't been paying much attention to the game because I've been talking my head off. If we do come back to this, I might have to start a new game, which I guess I was planning to do so because, well, in a year I'm gonna forget a lot of shit. I think the first time I played Resident Evil, I also did that. Like, I didn't remember what was going on, and I just decided to say, you know what, we'll start over. We'll start anew. No problem. That's probably going to be how it is with this game. I might do better editing next year. This year, it's like stepping into the water. You got to test it out before you can decide on what you're going to do, and I still don't know how to format this video content-wise, so we're just going to take what we have for now, and hopefully next year I'll figure out. I might get Lorenzo to help me out next year. That'll be the first time he actually helps with a Halloween video. That'll be nice. Maybe Despair too. It depends. I need to set it up with them. I need to get them involved. Just like need to talk to them about it. But anyways, back with the discussion of horror movie villains survival. You know, I don't remember the movie too well. I feel like whenever I bring up a character that I just don't remember too well, it kind of messes with the whole, like, discussion because I don't remember much about it, and that makes talking about whoever a little more difficult. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've kind of could pinpoint who I don't really remember too much when I discuss them, so yeah, I mean, a lot of them I don't remember a lot of details because it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but this one's been quite a while. Anybody remember the movie Strangers? A couple goes to this vacation house and they're like stalked by 3 people in a mask, fucking with them basically. I mean, there's other movies of strangers, but that's when I mean, that could go into any fucking scenario now that I think about it. I really hate bringing up the element of surprise. I mean, I know I've been bringing it up with almost every person I talked about, but that's because I feel like that's always going to be the constant factor that's going to be screwing with us, and all this shit feels like that plus some because, you know, we're not expecting to get jumped by 3 fuckers in a mask or more. Like, I really hate bringing up the element of surprise as a fucking factor, but I cannot just ignore it. Like, you get caught off guard, that's pretty much like a very big deciding factor on whether you're going to live or die. If you can get over your shock real quickly, then good for you, but some people can. I feel like in the situation, fight and flight will kick in, and for me, well, if I see 3 people with a mask holding weapons aimed specifically at me, trying to kill me, I'm gonna go with the flight option and get the fuck out of Dodge. Let's say that in this scenario we're going to a vacation home much like the first one, and we're getting jumped by a pack of fuckers. Let's say, well, we're not gonna know how many there are, we're just getting messed with a pack of fuckers. So in this case scenario, we're not gonna be familiar with our surroundings. I mean, we could learn where things are before they strike, but we're not gonna be comfortable. Well, I wouldn't be comfortable in a new place, so yeah, that's on me. I don't know about you. If you get comfortable with a new location pretty quickly, good for you. I'd say we're probably not going to have much of self-defense on us, considering that we're not home, and typically I don't bring my self-defense stuff with me, except for maybe some mace, a knife, a taser, of those things. Something, you know, handheld, basically. I mean, don't knock off the handheld. Like, if you tase somebody, they're still going down, but you have, like, at the most, 3 people on your ass. 3 people on your ass with axes, bats, crowbars, something more bludgeoning.
It's locked.
Something that could cut into you. You know, something just a little more dangerous than what you're having.
It's locked, all right.
Now, if you had like a concealed carry permit on you, which means you could have your gun on you, concealed, of course, I think you would have a better chance at surviving, but I don't have that, so yeah. I really kind of envy you there because that means you got a gun to deal with this shit. I don't. I feel like I feel like in a lot of these horror movies, if someone just brought out a gun, specifically with the more people like killers, like not supernatural killers or paranormal killers, but like more, flesh and blood person type of killers, like I feel like if you just brash out a gun and take a pot shot at them, they go down easily. But then again, you do have like Michael Myers who keeps getting up despite not being dead. I mean, fuck, in the horror movies, they always get back up at least once, but still, like, yeah, I think some defense is better than no defense, so fuck it. Like, even if it doesn't kill them, it buys you some time to get away, I mean, remember how I said I don't remember this movie much? Yeah, I don't remember there's anything special about these fuckers. Are they just like some normal assholes in costumes being dicks? Because if that's the case, like, yeah, a gun will be very effective against them. They won't get back up. They'll probably run away once they say, I would assume they would at least leave you the fuck alone. But then again, that's assuming that they're not off their fucking rocker, I mean, no normal person would do that to somebody, so I don't think they'll understand the threat of it and, still go for us. Fuck it. Never mind. I take that back. Sorry. That little detail is probably not going to be known, and if it was, we wouldn't know it. So, let's see. With these fuckers, well, I have a lack in self-defense, other than, like I said, a taser, mace, probably a knife at best. So, defense-wise, I'm kind of screwed, and like I said, element of surprise, they will be taking me by surprise greatly, and, they have the number advantage, assuming that, well, I'm probably not alone, I'm probably with somebody. And that depends on how many people are with me, because if it's, close family, that's like 3-on-3, we're evenly matched. If it's friends, and I have at least 4, if you could believe me, 4 people that I could count on. But that's still kind of, like, if I were to give it a ranking, I don't think it'd be like, oh, we'll definitely kick their asses, or, oh, yeah, whoever's with me, we're definitely gonna kick their asses 10 out of 10. No, it's gonna be more like, I'd say, fuck, this is kind of hard. I don't want to say 50-50. I think we have a greater chance than 50-50, just not too great of a chance. So 6 out of 10? 6 out of 10 feels kind of appropriate. Like, they're not, the thing is, they're not superhuman, they're not monsters, they're not paranormal, they're just normal people if I remember correctly. So kicking their asses is down to, how you react to the whole thing. And if I'm with more people, I think I react better, than compared to being alone. And I highly doubt I'm gonna be alone. It's like in the movie, the person wasn't alone, so I'd say I have at least a few people with me. So yeah, we'll leave it at that, like 6 out of 10. Feels just right, So, how about if we weren't with anybody? We're done with the fuckers from Strangers. Let's go for another psychopath. Let's talk about that one guy from Psycho, Norman Bates. Alright, we're by ourselves. It's mano a mano. How would we fare? How would you fare? Am I gonna get hit if I say element of surprise? I think, at one encounter we know he's not too nice. I would think that he has some vendetta against us. God, I hope he doesn't get us in a shower. The shower scene. I hope that's not how the second encounter goes down. I would hope that's not, because in one episode I said I don't like the idea of dying in the bathroom, specifically when I'm taking a shit. I would hate if you, like, just kicks down the door with a knife and takes me out in the bathroom. I don't think it matters where I am. It's just like anywhere, really. I mean, if we're going with movie, at least it'll be in the shower. But is that even like I feel like that's just the same amount of less dignified than being on this fucking toilet. I mean, on one hand, I'd be cleaner. Sort of. I mean, I'm gonna be cut up and spilling blood everywhere, but I'd be cleaner. I think the same thing's gonna apply for this scenario too. Like, I'm not gonna have much self-defense on me other than mace, a taser, or a fucking knife. And if he has a kitchen knife, his knife is bigger than my knife. It could reach me a whole lot quicker than I could reach him. So I'm not feeling too confident in that. But the mace might be a good thing because I could take him out from slight distance. See, the last guys, they had a goddamn mask. That shit wouldn't work. He doesn't. He might be affected by the mace. That might buy me some time. I mean, I also have the taser, but I think that falls under the same thing with the goddamn knife. Like, he has his arsenal has better reach than mine. So, yeah. Like, if I go trying to tase him with a goddamn taser and he has, like, a fucking axe or a fucking knife, like, I don't think that's gonna work out in my favor. You know? If I were to rank this, though, how well do I think I'll survive? Oh, I definitely know I'm gonna be caught off guard when he starts turning into an asshole and trying to kill me. And I think we all understand, like, the element of surprise will fuck us up more than we like to admit. I personally think it'll catch me off guard. Then again, I did say that at least the first encounter, we do survive, so we know it's coming. So this would be like a second encounter with him. This one might be more of a second, like, maybe the first encounter was him being a dick or him being creepy. Because I did say that necessarily the first encounter doesn't mean that we know that they're a threat. It's just that we were, like, in the same scene with them, basically. But I at least think that at one point we kind of get, like, a heads up that, hey, the person that we're near, if they're not on the up and up, they're kind of assholes, or there's something kind of wrong with them. Like, you don't want to walk down a dark alley with this motherfucker specifically. So I think at one point we kind of pick up that, like, notion. And I say when they do strike, it's less of a surprise. Like, in the back of your mind, you're somewhat ready for it. Like, anyone else think that? Just slightly, just like, it doesn't have to be as black and white as I'm saying it is. So, let's see, if that were the case, if it was just a straight up physical fight, I still say he has more of an advantage with, he's not a caring individual. He's not going to care that I get hurt or if he gets hurt. And I know that I said before that, hey, once somebody starts fighting me, once they're trying to kill me, my mercy's out the window. The thing is, I'm still a person. Like, this is still gonna fuck with me. I don't want to give off that I'm an uncaring son of a bitch when it comes to this, because this is still gonna fuck with me. And I think just, their adrenaline at first will keep me going, keep me fighting, but afterwards, I know it's gonna leave me some mental scars. So let's see, survival rating, 50-50? Maybe 4 out of 10. I was about to say 5 out of 10, because, chances are there is a chance of survival, but I feel like maybe 4 out of 10, just because, mainly because of what he's going to use against my ass. So, yeah, we'll just give it a 4 out of 10. Like, I'm at a slight disadvantage.
Without delay. It will be safe.
I think this list is going to have nothing but people. I mean, that's good. Like, we could deal with more people other than monsters and ghosts. So, okay, this is going to be slightly awkward, and this is going to be an issue I have whenever I watch a movie. I forget the main character's name, or at least some important character's name, and I'm like, that guy, or that person, or that lady, yeah, the one that we were following throughout the main story, what's their name? Yeah. So, what was the movie's name? Don't Breathe, I think, with the old blind dude. I don't know if he had a name.
Despicable.
I don't know if he had a name. I can't remember a name, but look, I know that throughout a lot of scenarios, I said that we have at least one encounter before before we're faced with death. But can I just tell you how I think it'll end? So, I don't think I'd be robbing the dude's place, because that's how the movie is. I think how the fuck would I end up wound up in this fucking place? By accident? I don't know how that's possible, but I'm definitely, realistically, I'm not going to rob the dude's place. So, I must have accidentally gone into his house somehow. So, here's the scenario. I go in there by accident. I don't mean to intrude. I see him. I say, hey, sorry, buddy, I accidentally got in your house. I don't mean to intrude. Or something like I go to apologize and then I get shot by him because I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to happen. 1 out of 10. Just for that. 1 out of 10. Just for that encounter. And I'm going to say this right now. I think he has way too much fucking plot armor in that fucking movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I think I remember him like dodging motherfucking bullets because he heard the fucking trigger nearly being pulled, and he had time to die. Bullshit. Fucker dies. I mean, like I said, normally I don't say the first encounter kills us off straight away, but realistically, I go and apologize for intruding in his house and get blown away by his fucking shotgun for doing so. Like, that's how I see myself ending. So 1 out of 10, definitely gonna die. Definitely gonna die because I was going to apologize. Man, what a way to go. However, if I were to... Oh, okay, so say we do follow the rule of, the first encounter you don't die. Like, I still say 1 out of 10, mainly because he has, super hearing. Like, I'm not a very quiet person, so I know he's gonna catch my ass, right off the bat. Second, you know what? I don't know how I'm in this fucking house. Let's come up with a fucking reason why we're in this house. What, was I being chased and I, broke in to get away from whatever the fuck was chasing me? That might make sense. That makes some sense. I was being chased by one of the other horror villains that we discussed already, and I thought I could escape through the fucking house, and to my unfortunate luck, I met another horror villain. Nice. Fan-fucking-tastic. I mean, that's the only thing I could really think of on top of my head. So, this guy, 1 out of 10. I still hate that it's 1 out of 10. It's an old dude, but his hearing's super fucking good. So I'm kind of screwed there.
It's
fuck.
at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires.
Who else should I talk? I mean, we've been doing nothing but people this round. Should we just keep going with people? Have it a very human list today.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea.
Let's go with people. Let's try to keep it with
scientific categorization.
People-centric, human characters. There's this other movie that I've seen. It was with my cousin. We went to go see The Visit. Now, the thing is, if I were a kid, I think this might be a bigger threat to me because the main villains in this movie, spoiler alert, the grandparents were psychopaths. I think I don't remember the exact details, but the point is, we're gonna be fighting up against some old fucks. Now, the lady, I again forgot the names. I think she had something called sundowners, which means she acts a little different at night. I believe she was more of a feral. Would that be the proper word to describe it? I don't recall, but she was running all over on her, crawling around or some shit like that. So yeah, that happens at night. The old dude, I don't think he had much problems other than his age, so... I mean, I physically don't feel threatened by these fuckers. I mean, even the whole grandma going crazy at night thing kinda, curb stomp?
Until I come to understand
as horrible as that sounds, Like,
Discretion is in order, Jonathan.
look, I'm just saying, like,
This
this is a callback to a different fucking video that has nothing to do with this, so out of context, this might sound horrible, but
You would like me to
you know what you could do? You could always push her down some stairs.
By the stone, of course not.
It's
I would just like you
from
to
my
pay
Kingdom
her
Hearts
visit.
videos. It's how we
Her ladyship
could deal with
certainly
all
near the
like
tents outside
old ass
attending the
Disney
sick.
villains that
You can't
aren't
miss her.
physically looking like a
For
threat.
so
You just push them down the
impossibly
stairs. You'll get rid of them. They'll
Except-
die.
I'll see what
So I
kind of
guess,
trouble Lady
yeah,
Adversaries-
damn. If you push them down the stairs, I think you win. I think you fucking win. Do I even have to say element of surprise would?
Do you need
Hell, I think this is the first time that even if we're caught off guard, we still have
I
a
have
good
just a
chance at
few
surviving.
questions.
Holy shit.
Then ask away.
It's like,
I'm at your service, Doctor.
okay, the old dude, say he tries to swing at us,
The man we
but
pursued
he
was
misses.
mechanic
Like, he
factory.
could throw out his fucking
William
back.
Bishop, I believe. Was he
And then
a
we
vampire?
just follow up on that.
He was a
And the
spy,
lady,
technically
uh,
speaking.
look, she didn't look
The
too
debate rages as to
balanced in
their
the movies, so
Something
the
that
worst
must
part
be
deal with her
sorted
would be
out
at night where
others
she's
something else.
more hostile, you know?
Just for clarity.
But even then,
differences are
I'd
between
say we
yourself
have a
and that
good chance at dealing
The
with
skull
both.
is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain
I mean,
foes for the unprepared.
If we were
Vampires-
kids,
now,
I'd say that good chance
vampires
kind of
are
lowers,
beyond
but
the mortal realm.
at my current age, I think I survived 10 out of 10.
How do scowls come into existence?
I mean,
The name means
I might
slave.
feel kind
The
of
etymology
bad,
indicates
but
they are
they're
a lesser
trying
species
to
of vampire.
kill me, you know? Like,
What I know, vampires
shit.
tend to despise them.
I mean, would you rather feel bad or would you rather die?
Since you seem quite the expert
I think I could
on
live with feeling
vampires,
bad
what
for a
could you
bit,
tell
you
me
know?
about
Like,
my
just
condition and how it came
would kind of
about?
make me feel slightly bad,
Besides,
but
our
yeah,
first step is always to
I mean,
start with what
they
we
try to
know.
kill us.
Forget the myths.
I mean, on the plus side, look, I'm not saying that with every villain, when we solve it with violence, we have to necessarily kill the fuckers. We just gotta subdue them long enough to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Son,
And with my whole pushing them down the stairs scenario, like, you know, joke that I brought back from the dead, even though I'm guarantee you a lot of people probably don't know the joke. We could probably subdue them pretty easily, so
Offered relative immortality.
yeah,
The sun will most certainly hurt you,
Just
leaving you
we-
weakened
we-
and damaged.
knock them out peacefully, as possible. We get the police, we tell them what happens. The police discovers some dead bodies. They
You
discover.
are a vampire.
Oh shit! Did I spoil the
You
movie?
feed, and blood is
That-
the sole
you know, I think
sustenance that can
when we're
sustain
talking
your
about
mortal
movies,
frame.
I
And
think
only a living creature
it probably
contains
should
the nourishment
come
you require.
as no shit, Sherlock. Some things are gonna be spoiled, but at the
You
same
mentioned
time, I like to
something
hit
about
with
a
a spoiler
secret
warning. I don't think
society.
I've been hitting anybody with a fucking spoiler warning, so
Could you
good thing that I haven't uploaded many videos because I could
I have
add that
been a
like
member
spoiler
of the
warnings
Brotherhood
to
of
movies,
Football
like just at the
Stone
beginning,
several
just so people know that hey, small spoilers might pop up. I hate it when shit's spoiled,
As impartial
and that's why I have some trouble talking about games, movies, TV shows. It's because I don't know if you know about it, but fuck it, I overthink sometimes. So I think 10 out of 10, and we're good with this. Last one for the video because I think it'll take a good amount of time. If not, well, probably have more time for another one. So I know when I say this name, you're gonna probably point at what I said earlier about just keeping it human.
Yet you don't.
Let me
fear
explain.
And still
So when I say
you
the
know
Blair
monster
Witch,
that lurks beneath the civilized
I'm not gonna
surface.
mean like, okay, so there's a theory that there wasn't really a witch, and it was two of the main characters' friends. And again, don't remember the fucking names, but yeah, that's the theory. Now, besides that, a witch. I know that
Since I'm the one
witches
working
would have like magic or
What should
some
I know
sort of
about
voodoo
your
shit on them, and that just
Well, for
has
many
me
years, we have
asking,
been
are
the only
they
medical facility
still
in this part of
considered
town that people can
human
rely on.
person-wise?
We
Like,
support the community
really
here,
anything, they
as
just
well
have
as
some
provide healthcare.
magic. Yeah, I don't know that would,
Where
like,
do we stand today?
I was going for more like
Oh, to be honest,
normal
we
everyday
cope on a
people,
day-to-day
so I
basis.
don't think a witch would really
First wave of
classify
the
as that
Spanish
because they have
flu
magic
last
with them,
summer
but
took us
we're
by
going with the
surprise.
theory that
We lack
it
many of
was
the basic
her couple
necessities
friends,
needed.
which would be normal people. Now, in that scenario,
Expect of
I
me.
would say 1 out of 10
What we
because
need is
the
hope.
odds are stacked
You were a
very
soldier.
much against me. Number
This is a
one,
war. This white
I'm with
coats
people
thin
that I trust
uniform.
and would never
We fight
suspect
to
them to
help
hurt
the
me.
poor, the sick of the East End.
That's
Forgotten.
a big disadvantage on me surviving. Number two, in the movie,
We'll see each other again
when
soon.
people started getting separated, I think it's been a long ass time. It's just, in that type of situation, I'm going to be more focused on finding my friends than caring about my own, well-being. So that's also highly against me. So say that, okay, I'm surviving. I figure out that, theory-wise, if it's, a couple of my friends trying to kill me, I don't think I could fight back because these would be people that I
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
care about and love. Like, I mean, yeah, they try to kill me. I'm not going to just sit there and take it, but physically, I don't think I could raise a hand against them. So my only option would be to
Goodbye, Nurse
flee.
Hawkins.
And we're stuck in the middle of a fucking forest without any idea on where to go. I mean, if we want to be technical,
Good evening.
we're both
Mr.
stuck here.
Evening,
They
Dr.
might
Reed.
actually have a way out because I think it's been a while. I just assume that they have a way to get out of the forest. If they don't, then yeah, we're both fucking
Responsible
stuck
for the
here.
injury, Thomas. What really happened?
I mean, if you go far enough one direction, you're bound to hit something eventually.
Happened during my leave.
But still, having
It
a
was an
couple
accident.
people, because I think the theory says that it was two people that were in on it, not just one person.
I went with a whore.
That's just it. Like, if they were picking off my other friends, I think that should, like,
The hotel was
negate
shut
my
up.
whole willingness to not hurt somebody because
There was a
I
fire that
want to
night.
protect
Did
my
you
friends.
stop
If
the
I
fire?
use that against them,
Trying to avoid going
then
back to
I
the front.
think we could survive. But
That's
the thing
not
is,
common, you know.
well, it depends on what direction we're going. Am I going to be the last one that they pick off? Because if I'm the last one that they pick off,
The girl was long gone.
that, like, the whole
Bitch never
advantage
won.
there just goes
Left it
away.
to burn.
Why
So,
lie about it?
yeah,
Come
shit, this one I'm
One thing
just having some trouble with because, shit,
It's
it's like, oh, look, if it were a monster or a stranger trying to kill me, like, big whoop, big deal. I don't care about you, but these are people that actually care about me, and I care about them. I
Reconstructive
guess
surgery has been
they don't really
very
care about me that
successful
much if they're trying to
I
get,
don't wanna wear a
fucking
bloody
kill me.
mask for the
But
rest of
still,
my
it's
life.
like,
I'd rather stay here.
Ah.
Be forgotten.
I mean, I don't think I just take the death. I don't think I'll just let them kill me. I put up a fight.
Bitch
I
never
tried to
woke me
defend
up.
myself, but I don't think I
To
would.
burn.
I don't think I could really,
Why
truly
lie
hurt
about
them.
it?
Come on.
Unless I notice that they're
Just one
fucking
thing
around
to
and
come
trying to
back
kill
disfigured
some
by the
other
Germans.
friends. Like, that's the only
It's another
thing
ticket
that gets me
injured
to
in
actually
accident
fight
that
back.
could
Like,
have
oh
happened to
shit,
anybody.
you're hurting friend A. I gotta protect
No, you
friend A.
can't
Fuck
hide
you. What the hell's your problem?
One
And even
day
then,
you
I
have to
still
face
won't,
your
like,
loved ones.
it's gonna be a
Until
lot
that
more
day, you have
merciful
no
than
chance of real
every other horror villain,
Friends all died in the trenches.
is what I'm trying to say. Like, in this scenario, it would be
Shameful
more
enough
trying
be
to
alive
restrain
with
them
Stupid scars.
and then, going with the
Don't
flow.
want my children to see me like this.
Then again, man, it would suck.
Why do you feel responsible?
It would suck if it was all your friends doing this to you. Oh man, that would make it worse. I am definitely dead. Like, all my friends planning this,
Have you
dead.
heard rumors of underhand dealings
Like,
in the hospital?
If you want
just
to know
straight
what's
up
going
dead.
on here, you better talk.
I think it break my fucking heart though. Like,
She knows
yeah, getting beat up's bad, but it break my
Especially
fucking heart.
when
Like,
she
that
should.
would be. I think I'd rather die in the fucking bathroom than death by
Goodbye for
betrayal.
now,
That
Elwood.
just feels like another pain. Yeah, altogether. Like, oh yeah, I could handle being murdered by a bunch of strangers, but my own friends.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Wow, it hurts so much worse.
Can I go soon?
It hurts so much. It hurts so much worse just thinking about it.
Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Now, should we include the actual movie villain, other than the theory of who the actual villain was? Because I feel like if we do, that's gonna break our streak of human, villains in this video. But if we want to be technical,
Have you heard?
if we really want to be technical, I would think they are humanoid enough. Like,
time for mortal games.
they could get
My
hurt
secrets
like
are beyond their
people. I'm
comprehension,
not
Dr.
too
Reed.
confident in that answer. But then again, I can't recall many witches in movies.
Mistress of the Dark.
I want to believe, yeah, they do have like mystic power, like they do have some form of magic, but it's not like it's not as OP as some of the other monsters
Good evening,
and villains that we've been
Good
talking
evening,
about. So
Dr.
we'll give the Blair Witch a pass. So the scenario is much like with the movie. I
Goodbye,
can actually see this playing out very much like the movie. We get lost, we get confused. I think we would have better heads than the actual people in the movie, but then again, I'm not too sure. So we're already at a disadvantage. Plus, with the witch fucking with us at night, that's not gonna make it any easier. But I like to think that we could roll with it. Would we have the same equipment as the people from the movie, or would we have our own equipment? Because if we have today's technology, I get the feeling that getting lost in the woods would be less of an issue because, you know, you have like GPS. Then again, service might go down. That's another thing. Like, you might not have service, but I would think like the compass app should still work. It just not might it just might not be too accurate. You know, but I think the compass app still works. So we would know where we're going, because everybody most likely would have a phone unless the witch takes the phone, and if she does, that means she got in my tent, took it out of my pocket, which personal space much. So, huh?
Have you heard of any underhand?
I mean, it could be outside forces, like
There are a lot of secrets
has
around
some
here.
sort of spell or
I'm not
voodoo thing
surprised
that
someone tried to make
killed
money
off our
from them.
phone's
What
battery or
kind of
some
secrets?
bullshit like
Not
that. Like,
in the gossip business,
we don't
Dr.
really
Reed.
see
You
much
wanna know
of her.
more?
It's a lot of
Talk to Harriet
like shaky
Jones.
cameras and weird
She's
shit
the
in the
oldest
background, if
patient
I recall correctly.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise
Yeah, you know
choice,
what?
Dr.
I
Reed.
say if we kept
I
our
believe a double
heads,
gun is what everybody
not
needs
wandered
these
off,
days.
stay as a pack, I say we have a good chance of surviving. So 8 out of 10. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know how much I could do with this one. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. The next video is sadly gonna be the last video, and we'll probably wrap this up, start it over next year, maybe. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care. Please like and subscribe, and have a happy and safe Halloween.